most forgotten divisions for almost 4 years. After winning the title from James Waring in 1992 and successfully defending it 5 times, he has since moved up in weight, searching for the big money in boxing's marquee division. As a heavyweight, Cole is 2-1 with wins over Matthew Charleston and Mike Dixon, with the loss coming at the hands of 2-time heavyweight champion Tim Witherspoon in January of 1996. Tonight, Cole, the fluid tactician, hopes to enhance his place in the heavyweight landscape at the expense of Grant. And Grant hopes to use Cole as the cornerstone of his castle in the heavyweight kingdom.
I can say 97. Some foundation to be laid. Some good, solid concrete. And a lot of people don't know about Mike Grant.
Al, after hearing Michael Grant's comments and speaking with Al Cole at the weigh-in yesterday, what are some of the messages you take from their conversation?
You know, I felt that Michael Grant doesn't really believe Al Cole is a true heavyweight. He thinks he's a cruiserweight jumping up, and it will either mean overconfidence by Grant, or maybe that supreme confidence means he's going to win this fight.
All right, the bout is scheduled for 12 rounds. It's our main event. What are your keys to victory?
Let's take a peek at the keys to victory, and for both these men, the jab's important. For Grant, he must establish the jab early. That's one of his best punches. Avoid mental lapses. He has moments in bouts where he kind of fades out, doesn't do his best work. For Cole, it's a double jab. Double jab your way in. Then once he's inside, work to the body, work to the head. He's got to out-hustle Grant, work every minute of every round.
We are set for the main event. Here's our ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, main events along with your undisputed, undefeated King of Beers, Budweiser, presents 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant IBC World Heavyweight Championship. This bout is sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board. Boxing Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr., board members Gary Shaw and Stephen Wise, Chairman Jerry Gormley, Deputy Commissioner John Greco. 3 positions at ringside, Dr. Earl Shaw, Dr. Richard Snipper, and Dr. Eric Wormser. Also sanctioned by the International Boxing Commission, President Joseph Blackie Gennaro, supervisor at ringside Debbie Jones. The 3 judges scoring this bout on a 10-point bus system will be Tim Figley, Luis Rivera, and Steve Weisfeld. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action is Eddie Cotton. And now, from the home of the Wild Wild West Casino of Atlantic City, here at Bally's Park Place, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing green trimmed with black and gold. He weighs 227 pounds. He brings an excellent professional record of 28 victories, 14 by KO with only 2 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, from Spring Valley, New York, here is the former cruiserweight champion of the world, Alfred Ice Cole. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing silver, trimmed with black. He weighs 248 pounds. His record a perfect 24-0. 16 by KO from Norristown, PA. Here is the undefeated Mike Grant.
Let's take a look at the rules as governed by the IBC for tonight's main event. No 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. Fighter may not be saved by the bell in any round. Only the referee may stop the bout. 10-point must system, accidental foul. They'll go to scorecards after 3 rounds. This bout scheduled for 12. Al Ice Cole has 1 first-round knockout. That came in his last bout, November the 22nd in Tampa. First-round knockout of Matthew Charleston. He is 2-1 with 1 knockout as a heavyweight. The former IBF cruiserweight champion of the world in this IBC heavyweight title fight is underway.
And when you talk about moving up in weight, Al Cole is 12 pounds over his previous high, which was 215 against Tim Witherspoon. Does that mean he's not in shape, or does it mean that he has bulked up and has added power? We'll see. Well, he's landed a pretty good jab early on in this bout. One of the advantages Cole does have is moving up in the weight is he's a tall fighter. You see how tall he is? Grant is a very tall fighter. Al Cole's a tall guy, so that helps him as a heavyweight.
Grant 6'7", Cole 6'4". As we take a look at the knockout ratio for these two, Cole at 47%. The fourth round, his best round. Grant at 67%. He has 7 first-round knockouts, but Michael Grant has not recorded one in his last 8 bouts. The last, January the 30th of 1996, stopping Rick Sullivan.
And one thing you know stepping into this bout, Al Cole has been in against a very good punching heavyweight in Tim Witherspoon and did go the distance with him. So it's not as if Grant is going to bring power in here that Cole has not seen before.
Cole's trainer, Al Merkerson, said Cole needs to throw about 85 punches around. He only threw an average of 43 punches around against Witherspoon. You know, they weren't happy about really having to face Michael Grant. They feel as a former cruiserweight champion that maybe they could leapfrog ahead of a guy like Grant, but they said it's a necessary evil to have to fight for Michael Grant.
Well, they weren't happy with the money they were getting for this bout, but Al Cole lost as a heavyweight to a contender. And so this is what you have to do. You have to beat an undefeated guy to get back to where you think you should be as a contender in a new division.
Cole felt that to pressure Grant, make him work, would be a key in this bout, because the knock on Grant, one of the knocks, is that he tends to lack aggression.
There's a nice right hand by Michael Grant. Let's see what impact that had on Al Cole. The reason they need more punches from Cole is, as a cruiserweight, he was effective when he was throwing lots of punches, so certainly he would have to be busy as a heavyweight, where he may or may not have the power to hurt heavyweights. Al Cole is not using his jab effectively here in round 1 at all. He's only thrown 7 jabs in the course of this first round.
There's a good right hand from Cole. That caught the attention of Michael Grant.
Well, let's see if it had any impact. That was about as nice a right hand as Al Cole's going to throw, and if it didn't have any impact on Grant, that may give us a clue as to the punching power of Cole here in the heavyweight division.
Good jab from Michael Grant. Final seconds of round number 1. This bout is scheduled for 12. The IBC heavyweight title on the line on ESPN's Championship Boxing.
What's the right grip feel like? Should you use the same club on every chip shot? The answers are in Golf Digest. No matter how well you play, you'll find tips and advice that will dramatically improve your game. Guaranteed. Want to know where the slot is at the top of your backswing? Or if you're good enough to carry a 4-iron, subscribe to Golf Digest. 12 issues are only $19.77. You'll also get our video, Hit It Longer and Straighter, free.
Call 800-228-1500. That's 800-228-1500.
Al Cole, while he didn't throw a lot of punches in the last round, did land his beautiful right hand there, but Grant kept coming.
Round number 2 underway in the scheduled 12-round IBC heavyweight title bout. Al Cole in the green, Michael Grant in the silver. Grant has 4 second-round knockouts. Cole has never recorded a second-round knockout in his career. Numbers in round 1.
Cole landing at only 31%, Grant at 60%, and only 14 jabs thrown and 5 landed by Cole, whereas Grant landed 13 of 25, and I pointed out in the keys to victory how important the battle of the jabs would be.
For those of you who are with us every week here on ESPN's Championship Boxing, or our Boxing on the Deuce, you've seen a lot of Michael Grant over the last year. We had him in Albany in March, a 10-round decision against Jeff Wooden, as Cole lands a shot in December, a lackluster effort against Ray Annis. Fought Ross Purdy last year. He's fighting with a lot more intent, Al.
He really is. This is a carryover from his last match against Lionel Butler, in which he won by disqualification, but during the course of the bout, Bob, he was very effective against Butler. And he is pushing Al Cole back, and there's the jab of Grant that is so important.
Michael Grant has not been involved in any title bouts. Al Cole is 6-0 with 1 knockout in championship bouts. Goes for the IBF Cruiserweight title. He has 65 championship rounds, and now Cole is staggered back. I'm not sure if he stumbled or was hurt.
He was hit with a counter right hand. He might have just been off balance, but that was a good move by Grant, and that showed you that there it is again, that a guy who's only been boxing for about a little over 3 years is learning and learning very well.
Michael Grant says the picture of him as a heavyweight has not come into focus yet because of his inexperience, and he says tonight and in his next few bouts it will become clearer to the general public and the heavyweight division.
Well, make no mistake about it. From what we've seen here, what we saw in the Butler fight, he is improving. And that's mostly what you can ask from an athlete. Keep getting better, especially from a guy who has not had